Hey, great. Well, we went through the 12 steps and we did the 12 steps. So we're going to come and review the Raincube installation. And I am here with my good friend Mike Brunt, who is the leader of the Eugene Permaculture meetup, as well as the Eugene Hyperledger meetup, as well as the...
Yeah, well, you name it.
Yeah, you name it, Mike's on it.
Yeah, Mike of all trades, master of none.
Yeah. So Mike's been very helpful and gracious in getting Raincube set up here at this location. So do you want to just give a really brief introduction to where we are right now?
Yeah, so we're at a really classic urban farm in Eugene, Oregon, which was a mini park 2 years ago, but it's now growing lots of things. And we've gone through a bit of a problem time this year. There's a well over there, and the well stopped pumping water, so we were then having to irrigate from the city water. And the city policies here is that you pay. They take the water that you've consumed, and then they charge you about 50% of that for the water that you're disposing of. And so it was really urgent that we got past the business of using city water. So that's why I reached out to Anthony and Raincube IO, you know.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
So this system we put in, it only took a few hours with just a couple hands. And so you can, it's slightly raining right now. We were able to attach a leaf feeder. We didn't put in a first flush filter because if you notice above, there's no trees. So less filtration. So with the leaf feeder, we put in the inlet. And also here, if you can see, we put in a water level gauge. So we were able to set it. So just within the past maybe 18 hours, we're already a little over a third full. So this is going to hold 1,000 liters. And we put in a overflow right here. And then we were able to repurpose the gutter downspout as an overflow channel to move the water away from the house. And we put it up on cinder blocks to give it a little bit more pressure. So we don't have a pump, it's just a gravity system. The idea here is how can we build the most low-cost, simple, easy to assemble, yet durable rainwater harvesting system. So I'll just show briefly what's going on down here. So we're tracking the water level. We're also tracking how much water is going through the system because this is attaching to an irrigation system for downslope garden. So we have a water meter here that's tracking the flow. So one of the things to keep in mind with these IBC totes is that the threading can always get it isn't as solid. So the threading here is a little messed up. So we're going to have to replace this part. But normally this would screw in here. Then we'd attach this, and then here's our water timer that would then connect to the irrigation tubing right here. So this we can set on a 7-day cycle. And then I'll just walk you over here to the garden and we can just take a look at what we're going to be watering. So there's a handful of fruit trees that we're going to be putting specific drip emitters at. So these trees are going to require about 30 gallons a month. 30 gallons a month? Okay. So we have 5 trees that we're irrigating. So this one cube could last anywhere between 1 to 2 months between rains. And Eugene is interesting because you guys just came out of a dry spell.
Yeah, we're still slightly in it. I know it's raining a little, but yeah,
right.
It's not much. Yeah, it's been very dry.
So 90 days without rain, it was a record?
Yeah, it was a record.
So with the well going dry, with lack of rainfall, when the rainy season does come, it's more important than ever to make better use of that water so it's not just flowing down the drain and out to sea. So we're going to be slowing, spreading, soaking, sinking the water as much as we can. We're going to be harvesting and just really training up the community on how simple, easy, and effective this is so that we can build in that culture. And then once that culture has been established, then we can use technology, software, hardware to scale and amplify that so that we can make that larger scale transition to be getting our food, energy, water all within the local community. So this is going to be exciting to see how this site develops, and over time the homeowners will be adding more Raincubes and tying that into the already existing Raincube so that eventually this entire this entire landscape will be irrigated almost entirely by rainwater, and that's the goal.
Yeah.
And then the produce from this is going to feed the family, but the excess is also going to be feeding the broader community.
Yeah.
And you already have a working partnership with a local restaurant
Yes.
called Reality Kitchen, and you're supplying them with fresh greens and
Yeah.
produce.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, this plant here, which is squash, which will be part of the irrigation system, it's definitely a big part of their menu offerings. But there's a lot more here too. You know, it's yeah. But you know, as a great movement was coined, food, not lawns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, bury the lawns, grow the gardens, and start looking up to the sky for our water and not to the ground, because that water in the ground, if we're taking it faster than it's recharging, it's like we're withdrawing more money from our bank account than we have available.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to run into problems.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened here. We did run into that problem. Yeah.
So this is exciting, and thank you, Mike, for inviting us here and to allow us to put in this project, and just really excited to see where it goes from here. So you'll be posting on online
Absolutely.
updates.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Sending that too.
And if people are in Eugene and they want to get involved with permaculture, where should they go?
Well, we've got Eugene Permaculture Meetup, which is at meetup.com. That's the main place. We actually, I've mentioned this to you all this weekend, we've got like 920 members now.
That's a small army.
Just over 2 years, yeah. It's a lot of people. And so that's the best place to sign up.
And then you are also working on another project called Perma-Ledger. Do you just want to introduce that real quick?
Yeah, what Perma-Ledger is a management, is a ledger system, basically, online ledger system for anything to do with farming, in essence, and that includes growing, animal husbandry, machinery, maintenance, sensors, you know, which we'll be taking advantage of. So yeah, that will definitely be launched formally by the end of the year at the latest.
Great.
I'm still working on some of the software on that.
And then our goal is to tie in more specific rain data, so that you can be putting that into your broader farm management platform, as well as multi-farm community management platform.
Yes.
So it's really exciting what's going on at Perma-Ledger. And then if you're interested to learn more, you can go to Raincube.io to read the blue paper and to see a longer, broader vision of how we can transition to a world that runs on rain using technology, as well as building a culture that supports that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very excited about it.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Yeah, great.